Okay, good morning guys. Welcome back to the vlog. We're in Shanghai, China right now for the Shanghai Masters tennis tournament. We've been here about 2 days so far. I actually really love it so far. I'm just so jet lagged. Going from the US to Asia, I think, is one of the hardest things that you can do on your body. Depending what time you land, your whole sleep schedule can just be so messed up. So I've been going to bed at like 8 p.m. every night and waking up at maybe 4 a.m. every morning, which in some ways is nice because I get up, I go to the gym, I basically get everything done that I need to get done before 8 a.m. But then by like 4 p.m. that day, I just hit a wall and I am completely out of commission until I go to bed at 8 p.m. and I genuinely cannot stay up past 8 o'clock right now. So I'm just exhausted. Usually within a week, I can kind of reset my body and get back to normal, but the only way that I can really do that is just by like pounding shots of espresso and taking ZQuil and doing things that I really don't think are good for me, but whatever. I just went to the grocery store. I just got some snacks for this week, ramen noodles, and I really wanted to get ramen noodles. I absolutely love Asian food. I think besides tacos, it's probably my favorite cuisine. I love sushi, I love ramen, I love Thai food, Vietnamese. I just love Asian food all across the map. So during this Asia swing, when we do China and Japan and sometimes Korea, we went to Korea last year. I don't think we're going to Korea this year. I just munch the whole time. I eat everything. I try absolutely everything. I really love Asian grocery stores for two reasons: Pocky and Hello Panda. I don't even have a sweet tooth. My palate is much more salty foods. I would prefer to eat olives and beef jerky over sweets and candy, but these are my childhood, and when I'm in Asia, I basically have a whole one of each of these every single day. I got an orange juice because I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice right now. You probably can, but I don't know if I have allergies or if I'm about to come down with a really terrible cold, but I can feel something brewing. Then I just got sushi for a little snack later. I haven't had sushi here yet, but I thought this looked pretty good. I don't know if it's like this with China, but at least in Japan, the quality of sushi and the quality of meats that you can find for super, super inexpensive, or that you can find literally just at a grocery store, is so much higher than in the US. For example, if you go to the sushi bar at Whole Foods in the US, if you go to the equivalent in Japan, like their sushi bar at their grocery store, you will find sugarfish quality sushi for very inexpensive. I don't know if it's like that in China, but we are going to find out. If you guys have not had Hello Panda before or Pocky, I don't think anyone like at this point hasn't tried a Pocky, but if you haven't, if you live in the US, find your local H Mart and go ham. Try these, try everything. They're so good. Anyways, today I'm going to this area called the U Garden, which is a pretty popular touristy area. It has this shopping mall, it has a bunch of food and different food stalls and stuff, which I will show you guys. And then it also has something called the U Garden, which I believe is theorized that it's been around since the Ming Dynasty, which was like so fucking long ago, and is really beautiful. As I mentioned in my last video, it is still Golden Week here, which is a big Chinese holiday. It's basically like a week-long celebration, so Shanghai is much more busy than normal because there are so many Chinese tourists from different parts of China that are here in Shanghai right now. So what I found so far is that everywhere I go is just absolutely packed with people, and it's honestly kind of overwhelming. I've just been wearing my noise-canceling headphones everywhere that I go because I have really bad sensory issues. Like when it's too loud, I get really anxious. I mostly want to go there because they have this steamed dumpling place that I want to go to, and they have all of these food stalls. I think in addition to just the general prejudices against China, I think there's a lot of prejudice against the food here. The food here is different for sure. One of the most popular street foods is literally called stinky tofu, and it is a fermented tofu that is very pungent. There's cultural preferences, there's taste biases, but if your taste buds allow, I think Shanghai is the place to eat. Shanghai is known for its vibrant street food scene, and they also have the steamed dumplings, which I think are just the most delicious thing in the entire world. And eating is just a really great way to immerse yourself in the local culture. So we're gonna go check it out. hotel right now, and I have absolutely no idea how to get back. Because you use the WeChat app to call taxis, I can't call a taxi. I also don't have the right app to pay for the subway to get back. So I might just be walking all the way back to my hotel. $120 for tea. We came to the gardens and everybody is taking photos of us, flash on, with their, literally with their flash on, like up in our face, just taking video. And I think they're just curious, like they're not trying to be offensive or anything, but it's pretty entertaining. You've never seen koi fish before. Oh. Look at this. I'm zooming in on it. Like a squad. Okay, everyone on the street is eating octopus, and I think I'm gonna try it. Juana's not going to try it, but I feel like I have to because everyone here is eating it. We just found a cat cafe. When I tell you guys these are the cutest cats I've seen in my entire life, and me and Ivana are both obsessed with cats. Ivana has, I think, the cutest cat I've ever seen, like at her home. And there's one here that looks exactly like the one she has. It's so cute.
It's a British short hair.
British short hair. But they have the little ear, like you guys, look at this cat right now. Are you kidding me? Look at him. I am just about to leave for the tournament site for Taylor's first match. The one significant downside of tournaments in China is at pretty much every tournament here, the hotel is like an hour from the tournament site, which is super abnormal. I would say most of the time the hotel is either within walking distance from the courts or max like a 15-minute drive. I think because China is so spread out and Shanghai is a massive, massive city, it takes a very long time to get to the courts, so I have to leave a little extra early. This is my first time to the courts all week. Usually I'll go at least once before the tournament starts, or I'll go on site just to eat because it's free, but I have not gone at all this week just because it's such a hike there. So we're gonna go check it out together for the first time. Taylor's playing a night match, so he's the very, very last on tonight, and I feel like it might be a really late night for us, which is kind of unfortunate because I've been going to bed really early and waking up really early, and my jet lag is rough right now. I've been sleeping like 6 hours a night, if you can tell from the black circles under my eyes. I'm not feeling 100% because of the jet lag, and I feel like if he is playing super late tonight, it's only going to further the demolition of my circadian rhythm. Okay, this might be my worst match fit yet. I'm just going like super casual, comfortable because it's kind of gloomy and rainy, and I feel like I'm gonna be at the courts until midnight. So I'm just going for comfort today, but this little sweater is from Zara. And I know that I'm the absolute queen of Zara slander. I genuinely don't think I'd bought something from there in like 2 years. But I saw this sweater on TikTok and I thought it was really cute. These trousers are from Dish, the Australian brand. And then I'm wearing my mini Uggs because I love them and they're so comfy. And then I'm wearing my mini Jody from Bottega. I got this when I was in New York because I wanted a bag that I could fit my iPad in to bring to the court on days like today, where there probably will be a few hours at least of me just like sitting around waiting for the match to start or waiting after the match, and I just want to bring something to do. I found out last night that they have a Starbucks Reserve like half a mile from my hotel, so I'm going. If you guys don't know what a Starbucks Reserve is, it's basically like a Starbucks on crack. And apparently this one is 2 stories. It has a full bar. You can get espresso martinis. It's like 9 a.m. so I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna go check it out, get some caffeine, do some shopping. I'm in this area that someone described it to me as basically like the Beverly Hills of Shanghai. It just has all the designer shopping. It's super nice. I'm not buying anything here in China because everything here is more expensive than if I was to buy it in the US. Just because of taxes and stuff, you still get money back the same way that you do in Paris when you buy something like designer, for example. But everything here is just like insanely expensive. So we're just gonna window shop today. The bikes do not stop here. I learned that the hard way. Here is the Starbucks Reserve. Kind of looks like the Colosseum. This is my Roman Empire. I've been moseying around this morning, I've been listening to Morbid by Wondery, which is a podcast about anything kind of like creepy or spooky. So this morning I listened to one about an alien abduction. Right now I'm listening to like a ghost haunting story, which I kind of like because it's October and it's spooky month, and this is by far my favorite month, my favorite holiday. You guys know I love horror and all things creepy, but I actually have not celebrated Halloween for I think 3 years. Since I started traveling on tour, we have not celebrated Halloween because we're always in Europe and they don't really dress up or do trick-or-treating or anything, obviously. So every year I basically miss out on all the festivities and best parts about my favorite holiday. So I'm kind of happy that I just discovered this podcast. I can listen to creepy, spooky stories while I'm walking around. Something that is very unique to Asia that's not really a thing the rest of the year at other tournaments is gift giving. So last year when I was in Tokyo during Taylor's matches, between changeovers, between sets, before and after the match, fans would come up with gifts. So I got things like little stuffed toys and matcha and Japanese candies and handwritten notes, and I would leave every match with just like a bag of really nice gifts. I didn't really realize that that was also a thing here in China. So yesterday outside the hotel, this girl gave me this. This says my name, Morgan Riddle. I guess that's what she told me. I don't read Chinese. And then this girl gave Taylor this bag after his practice and said that it was for me. So we're gonna unbox it. You guys know how I always complain about the fabric on my AirPod Maxes being too itchy? I think these are silicone covers, which I've thought about getting for a long time, but I haven't gotten them. So cute. Oh my gosh, it's like a whole set for it. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, and then this is the Starbucks Been There series Across the Globe collection. Are you kidding me? They're little Starbucks espresso cups. Okay, I want to put this stuff on my headphones because I'm so excited. I love my Air Max Pros, AirPod Max. I don't even know what you call them. I love them, I really do. I wear them all the time, especially for editing videos and stuff. But the one thing that drives me so insane about them is the fabric on this gets itchy. And also if I wear them to the gym and I'm like dripping sweat, they get like sweaty and like wet, which is kind of gross. So I feel like I have to wash them all the time. But if I wear these silicone things, then I can just take these off and wash these, which is genius. She gave me these too. So we've got the little silicone covers. I'm absolutely gagged. That's so cute. And the little bows on this match my hair today. It was meant to be. And it matches my phone case like perfectly. And my camera cover. We're very Barbie coded in this household, obviously. So yesterday afternoon when I got back, I don't know what happened, but something just hit me and I feel extremely unwell right now. I slept 10 hours last night and I woke up this morning feeling pretty awful. So I just got a coffee and I've been in bed watching YouTube videos all morning. Taylor does have a match today. He's playing his 3rd round match, but I am not going to be disgusting and go and spread my germs to everyone, so I'm just gonna watch on my phone. I'm so bummed because this morning I was supposed to do like this 3-hour Shanghai food tour. Obviously I did not go to that. I always get asked, how do you not get sick when you travel all the time? And I take every possible measure that I can. Like, I take liposomal vitamin C every single day. I try to sleep as much as possible. I don't really drink alcohol on the road, but sometimes your body just succumbs to illness. There's not really anything I can do about it. I'm just hoping it goes away soon because I hate just sitting in a hotel room all day. That being said, I watched some really interesting YouTube videos this morning that I want to recommend for you guys to go watch. The first one is called Nowhere to Go, The Loss of the Third Place by Elliot Sang. I've always called it a third space, but third place, I guess it's like pretty much the same thing. I've talked about this in my videos before. It's a place away from home, away from work, but where you can go to be around other people. And basically this guy did this video essay on the concept of it and why the loss of third spaces is really detrimental to young people. And I always talk about this when I'm in Europe because I feel like Europe has so many third places, and one of the allures about Europe for people, and something that I love about there and I think a lot of people love about there, is that like when you're walking through the streets of Paris, everyone is out, everyone is socializing, there's people in the park, there's da-da. And the way that a lot of American cities are, we just don't have that kind of community aspect. And as I've been walking around Shanghai the last few days, Shanghai is great about third places. I live in Los Angeles. There is a Blue Bottle Coffee on Beverly Grove in LA that I drive past all the time. Whenever I drive past it, it's empty. There's a bunch of empty tables. People go in, they get their coffee and they leave. Here in Shanghai, there's a Blue Bottle Coffee 2 blocks away from me. I'm telling you guys, this place is packed with people 24/7. There's people like working on their laptops and stuff, but for the most part, it's just 2 friends or a group of people hanging out, just socializing. And I love it, and I wish we were better about that in the US because I feel like most of the time when young people socialize in the US, it's either you're going out to eat or you're going out to drink alcohol. In this video essay, he talks about how when my generation was younger, the place that we would all hang out as teenagers was shopping malls. Now shopping malls are taking really extreme measures to make sure that teenagers do not hang out at the malls like unchaperoned. We would hang out at public libraries. Like, do kids go to libraries anymore? I feel like they just read Kindle. No, they don't even read Kindle. They watch TikTok. It's so interesting. It's kind of depressing, but my hope in anyone watching it is that you realize the value of a third space and why you should really make an effort to go to them. Okay, the next video is called Drowning in Entertainment, The Age of Distraction, which is basically about how all of our attention spans are ruined and we watch too much content, which is very ironic considering that you were watching my YouTube video right now, but you guys should know I don't take myself too seriously. It's really interesting. I fear we are all just getting dumber. Anyways, I'll probably end with that, and I will see you guys next week.